on Attack of the Show, to vote or not to vote? That is the question in the loop. The launch date is closing in. Will the PS3 be ready? Find out on Game Break. From Borat's sling to Colbert's painting, you never know what we'll find when it came from eBay. All this and more on a live and congressional Attack of the Show, starting right now.
Attack. What's going on here? Attack. Click upon this. Attack. Attack of the Show. Attack.
Steady.
I like this. This feels good.
Thank you. Thank you. Really, that's good. You got to give it back to him.
I know. Thank you,
Welcome
guys.
to Attack of the Show, everybody. TV's only source for all the stuff you care about. It happens to be Monday, October 23rd, and my name is Kevin Pereira.
Hey, what's up, everyone? I am Olivia Munn, and we are coming to you live from the G4 Studios in LA.
Yes.
Now, I got to say something. Many of you may not know this, but it's somebody's birthday in here.
Oh, all right. Happy birthday. Is that
No,
today?
no, it's not my birthday.
Because you said very clearly we weren't going to do the gifts thing for each other, so I actually didn't get you anything because you said that. I don't know if you remember that.
I don't really remember saying that, but it's nice to know how much you care, Kevin. Thanks. Actually, it's not my birthday at all. It is the iPod's 5th birthday. That's right. It has really been that long.
Happy birthday, iPod.
Happy birthday. Now, as a little memento, here is a promotional clip for when the device first came out.
There's something really cool happening where music and this whole digital world that we live in are starting to come.
Wow. That song was actually still on the Billboard Top 10 when this device first came out.
It makes you want to dance. I love it.
It's been a while.
But we want to...
Look at this thing.
Yeah, I know. I can't believe how
That's
big
actually
it
a
is.
second-gen iPod. Listen, if you think like that's a blast from the past, look at this. In fact, pay attention to the specs between the first iPod model versus today's model. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, the first gen versus fifth. The storage on the first one, 5 gigabytes, 1,000 songs.
Which was huge at the time.
I remember my girlfriend's like, yeah, we can run all day long and listen to 1,000 songs. We can, yeah.
You can jog for 64 straight hours and never hear the same song twice.
That's exactly, that was the pitch.
You're too lazy to get off your couch and put the songs on your iPod. That's not happening.
But the new one.
Yeah, 5th gen iPod, 80 gigabyte, 20,000 songs.
Wow.
Now the screen, the first one was kind of like the spinach color Game Boy.
Yeah.
160 by 128 pixels, not too sharp.
Yeah, but the fifth one has color and it's 320 by 240 pixels and plays video.
That's right. Now the price is what's really interesting. First gen, $399, which was ridiculous.
When it came out, I was like, you guys are paying what? I mean, you can get a Walkman for like $20.
Yeah, you could carry around a boombox and it was the same weight as the first gen. But now, 5th gen, $349.
Not that much difference.
No, but it doesn't seem as expensive because it feels like you're getting so much more technology for, well, a little $50 less, give or take.
Yeah, but this one's so much cooler than this. I mean, when you look at the size, the difference, I don't know if you guys can see, it's like so
smaller
thick.
is better, sweetheart. I've been telling you for ages. And the biggest thing here is that,
not
like,
always true.
when you think about the iPod, 5 years ago it was this new device and it was cool, but now it's sort of it's the adjective, it's the verb, it's the household name for anything portable audio.
Well, there's so many different, like, not to say knockoffs of it, but people, they make like the iRiver we were talking about. You have the old iRiver, which is really great.
Yeah, some of these devices have more features than the iPod, but it doesn't matter. They're not an iPod.
Cooler.
Yeah,
iPod's cooler.
They got the name. So congratulations and happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Now, Kevin, do you know what time it is right now?
No,
yeah. Okay, if you guys ever go to the movies, you probably had to sit through those ads about the evils of piracy, like you wouldn't steal a car and you wouldn't punch a child.
I would punch a child.
I would punch a child, especially in the supermarket. They're really irritating.
When they're whining for juicy fruit at the checkout stand?
You just want to smack them in the back of the head.
The best, use that little divider for your grocery order and that's someone else's. Use that, wield it as a weapon and just backhand.
Well, I like it when their parents aren't watching because they're like, come on, no, you can't have that. And you just go,
They're in auto parent mode, like auto bad parent, where they're just ignoring them. That hurt, actually. Thanks for that.
Sorry.
Over the weekend, a brand new piracy ad hit the net. It was in everybody's inbox this morning, really. And take note, MPAA, people are watching this one because it's actually entertaining, believe it or not.
Yep, since Jack Black, movie star / professor of rock, has a new movie and a soundtrack coming out, and he put a viral ad out with a message and some humor.
A little bit. Here's an anti-piracy spot that he made to promote the new movie Tenacious D in the Pick of Destiny.
I don't know how they do it, but these pirates can bust into our entertainers' homes, make us walk the plank, steal our rockin' tunes, and leave us broke. And you know what that means. No cash, no inspiration. No inspiration, no rocket sauce. No rocket sauce, no kick-ass rock and roll or movies. Is that what you want, Mr. Long John Silver? What's your parrot gonna listen to when you go toe-to-toe against the English Armada? Jazz? I don't think so. Don't be a douche. Stop piracy. This is Jack Black.
Awesome.
Awesome. Don't be a douche.
That's pretty sweet. You hear that, kids? Listen, when you pirate copyrighted material, you're stealing our collective rocket sauce.
Yep. Check out the site. Jack and Kyle put a lot of fun stuff on there. It's not just boring promotional crap. Yeah, and remember, mateys, don't be a douche and pirate our show. You can actually just get the Daily Nut. I mean, that's free.
We give tons of this stuff away for free. Go to G4TV.com/AOTS for more of us and for even more of Jack Black. But right now, it happens to be time for the only news that you need to know. So here's Layla Cayley and the feed headlines.
Thanks, guys. Here's what's coming up in the feed. First up, the Halo movie is dead. We'll tell you what happened. Plus, no joke, Weird Al Yankovic makes the Billboard Top 10. And Juicer fans rejoice there's going to be a Fraggle Rock movie. It's all coming your way in the feed. But first, back to you guys.
Damn it, Fraggle Rock. We want to hear from you at home, so it's time to check in with you in the army of monitor heads.
Yep, here is Monty from Connecticut.
Hey guys, my question is, do you think more celebrities should run for office?
No, I don't think. It was so irritating during that whole Vote or Die campaign with P. Diddy and all those people. I mean, our generation...
Well, they weren't running. They were just trying to get people to vote.
But here's what I'm saying. It's like these celebrities, they get up on these freaking pedestals and then they ask for everybody to like just go with their side. And it's so irritating. It's like, just be a celebrity, go shoot a movie, go do a campaign, like a product campaign or something. And leave.
Are you saying you don't like U2? Is that what this is really all about?
That's really irritating too. It's all really irritating because...
What about celebrities like, what about like a Jon Stewart? Because he's like the political voice for an entirely new generation. Should someone like him run?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if he should. I mean, it's about... Do they have the knowledge to do it? I mean, there's all these celebrities.
I mean, did Schwarzenegger have the knowledge of anything?
Well, no, and he still doesn't. But he's but should he have run? That's the question. Like, but
he did. And people voted, obviously. I think we voted because we wanted to see the Governator T-shirts at the airport.
Yeah,
like that's what we really wanted was those souvenirs.
I don't like people like I mean, there are people that are really knowledgeable. Like I watch Bill Maher, and like they've got celebrities on there. They know what they're talking about. I think Ben Affleck wants to go into politics, and he's...
I saw that as well.
Yeah, and he definitely wants that. And some people want it, but God, why do celebrities have to always be in the public eye? Why can't they just go sit at home and do something?
I like to think that, well, if they are informed and they are motivated, that's great. But I hope to God that their bank accounts are deep enough, that their pockets are that big, so they don't need special interest groups, and maybe we could kind of clean up politics these days.
But celebrities, it's not the way to clean it up.
Maybe. Too often, people complain that politicians, they don't speak to them and that one person really can't make a difference. And with just over 2 weeks until Election Day, voter registration deadlines are passing around the country. But does it really even matter?
I don't know. Now, because we care, it is time for the poll question. Does your vote make a difference? You guys, vote at our website, g4tv.com/AOTS, or text your vote to G4TXT. That's 44898 to vote and register for AOTS Live News Alerts. Now, Kevin is laughing because...
Because you're asking somebody if their vote matters, and then you're saying, take our poll. Do you think the guy who thinks no is really going to text his vote?
Here's the difference, people. Your vote does matter here. Okay. We have people that sit in the back, and they tally them up. They get a chalkboard. They get the little piece of chalk, and they dash, cross
no
when it comes to
hanging
number
chads
5.
with a text message.
No.
Coming up later... Hell is about to be unleashed. We show you a sneak peek. We showed you a sneak peek before, but now we've got the brand new trailer for Marvel Comics' Ghost Rider flick, so stay tuned for some Johnny Blaze action.
Now, as we talked about earlier, it is the iPod's 5th birthday today, and now here is Steve Jobs with a special iPod birthday greeting.
Oh, and one more thing. Today is a very special day. The iPod has just turned 5 years old. I know, we're very proud. So proud, in fact, that we've planned something special for our little cash machine. I give you the birthday eye cake. Yes, it's as delicious as a piece of consumer electronics can be. Of course, it's only available in vanilla right now, but we're not planning on stopping there. Oh no. Since you only turned 5 once, Apple is also thrilled to bring you the iCake Nano. Small, stylish, and semi-edible. It's perfect for the birthday boy or girl with a sense of style. Oh, and one more thing. Yes, you know it. Feast your eyes on the latest in portable dessert celebrations. The one and only iCake Shuffle. Stick it in your pocket and take it anywhere. And what's inside? Caramel? Nougat? Half a gig of storage? Who knows? Life is random. Wow. Has it been 5 years? Seems like just yesterday we were on the brink of bankruptcy. Do not eat birthday eye cake. Eating birthday eye cake may lead to injury or death.
Now, that was just an AOTS exclusive, folks. Thank you, Steve Jobs. You are looking mighty fine. Now, stay with us. We have a dual-phase lightsaber, and we might be forced to use it. If you leave, I swear to God, I might use it. We'll be back.
Elections are coming up. Are you going to vote? The Loop helps you make the choice. And we skip the commercials and get right to the punchline.
Attack of the show. Attack.
Welcome back to Attack of the Show. We are live and talking about rocking the vote. Before the break, we asked you, does your vote make a difference? Well, according to the Chad counting folks down in Florida, 58% of you said that your vote does not make a difference. Well, let's go on over to Kevin, who got thrown out of the Electoral College for basically having a bitchin' four-kegger. Pretty proud of you.
I stand by that. That thing was awesome. November is right around the corner, and for some, that means more than just the release of the PlayStation 3, believe it or not. It's election time, but when more people care about who's the next American Idol than who will represent them in Congress, can your vote really make a difference? I'm Kevin Pereira, and I approve this message and this loop. Joining us via satellite to help us make sense of it all from Los Angeles, Camp Freddy band member and director of the political documentaries The Last Party and The Party's Over, Donovan Leach is here. And from Michigan, Hans Zeiger, columnist and author of Reagan's Children, Taking Back the City on the Hill. Welcome to the T-Shirt and Blazer Club, gentlemen.
Thank you very much.
I'm glad everybody got the memo.
I've got the cars right here.
Well done. Hans is rocking. It looks like an AC/DC thing, but that's what we need to talk about here is the fact that, listen, we're all young guys. I'm a 23-year-old male. I've been asked with raging electric guitar music to rock the vote. P. Diddy's threatened to murder me and my family if I don't get out there and pull the lever. But the campaigns, for some reason, didn't work. Hans, why is that? Why aren't these things working?
The campaigns didn't work because young people look at government, they look at the federal government, which is where P. Diddy and where Christina Aguilera and where Drew Barrymore are telling you to go, and the reason why they want you to go and register to vote. And you look at that and it's corrupt and it's uncivil, and you look at federal government and it's big, and our generation says we can't make a difference in that. We say let's look at the local community, let's look at the relationships we have, our school, our jobs, that's what matters to us. And the federal government is out of touch, it's impersonal, it's big, and we need to, our generation is saying we want nothing to do with that, and for good reason.
Well, I'll tell you, Hans, it can be a little annoying to have Puff Daddy and Drew Barrymore and everyone go out there and tell you to vote. These people are in a place.
Well, they've got an agenda.
Well, no, I don't think they have an agenda.
They've got a big agenda. It's a left-wing agenda.
No, left-wing agenda. What they have is they have passion about, and they have celebrity, and they want to get out there, and they want to help in any way they can. Yeah, maybe they feel a little bit guilty because they have all this money, and they don't know what to do about it. But, you know, look at, I think one of the, Richard Branson is a great example, okay? This is a guy who's pledged billions of dollars to help global warming, and Drew Barrymore's gone out and made movies, and I've gone out and made films. I took Robert Downey in 1992. He didn't know anything about politics. By the end of the film, he was a passionate AIDS activist. I did the same thing with Philip Seymour Hoffman
Donovan,
in 2000.
I think the question remains, so, you know, these movies and these announcements and these movements, they're raising awareness, which I think is great, but why isn't it translating to poll results? Is it because the youth are just disenfranchised when it comes to federal government, or is there something greater at play here?
Well, I think everyone's, you know, on YouTube, and everyone is kind of in this a very insular world right now because entertainment and pretty much everything is coming at you. And look, I have to say, it is a little bit of a pain when you sign up at MoveOn.org and you get 15 emails flying at you every day, and it becomes white noise. I understand that. That's a little bit annoying, and it's kind of hard.
I don't need my political agenda getting mixed up with my herbal
we are not supposed to be. Donovan,
I get what you're saying.
Yes.
Donovan, we are not a pure democracy, and you are doing a private effort, and you mentioned some other people who are doing some private efforts, and that is where real citizenship takes place. Voting is something that takes years. There's a reason why it takes until after you're 18 years old till you vote, because it takes a long time to learn citizenship. And that's why we have in this country the idea that citizenship, that voting is a responsibility.
But Hans,
so
you can vote at the age of 18,
if the first time
they give you permission to vote, what are the issues that would make people care enough to get out there and vote? What are the issues that, you know, these 18 to 32-year-old males should be caring about?
I'll tell you what, people should be caring about their local communities, and young people do care about their local communities. That's why they're volunteering. That's why they're taking on private projects. That's why they're realizing that there are things where they can make a difference, and they're getting involved in that. But politics is big, and it's unwieldy, and it's federal, and we need politics to come back to the local level where it really matters. And that's what the founding fathers of this country had a vision of.
Well,
not
really,
that the federal government everything to everybody.
Donovan, I'm online a lot, and I'm reading
the local community would be the foundation
of people that are around my age, and I see people caring about things like DRM, file sharing, online gambling, film and video game censorship, privacy issues, habeas corpus. These are topics that I think are coming up for a younger generation. Why aren't we mobilizing? Is it because we're too busy blogging about it on our own LiveJournal websites?
Well, it's not just a local issue, too. I mean, the way our founding fathers founded the country on local, but also on a national level, and everything sort of connects, you know? I mean, I voted locally a couple of months ago. I went up to where I vote. They stuck an I voted sticker on me. I drove down the street. I got pulled over by a cop. He was about to write me a ticket. He looked at my I voted sticker and he said, "Did you vote today?" I said, "Yes, I did." He said, "Have a nice day, sir," and let me go. So not only did I feel good about voting.
Donovan, now tell me this. Donovan, tell me this. Does the Constitution say anything about health care? Does the Constitution of the United States say anything about health care?
Well, you know, we're an evolving country. You know, there's health care might not have been an issue 200 years ago because everyone died when we were 30 years old. You know, now people live much longer, and healthcare is an issue because we got.
Okay, how about if people pay for their own healthcare? Donovan, does the Constitution say anything about education?
All right, I understand the Constitution doesn't say anything about education or healthcare or a myriad of other issues that the youth should care about because they will affect them at some point. But right now, what is it going to take, Hans, in your opinion, to get the youth more involved? How do we see a turnout? What can we do?
Okay, to get youth more involved, there are two things. Number one, education. We've got to get civics back into our schools. Number two, you got to get young people involved in the communities. These voter drives that say vote or die and all these things that trying to get people to turn out for federal elections, that's not going to register with young people. You got to get them out for local elections. You got to get them out for their school boards and their city councils, and that's where the local action will take place and where you can get people interested in this stuff.
And let's keep Puff Daddy off the national agenda altogether. I think we're all in favor of that.
Puff, P, Diddy, whatever you want to call him, just keep him off the airwaves. Noted. Thanks to Donovan and Hans for keeping us in the loop, gentlemen. I really appreciate that one. Now, listen, the younger generations, they often get overlooked because politicians know that we aren't as likely to turn out on Election Day. Instead, we spend our time ranting in a LiveJournal entry or on petitiononline.com, which, by the way, nobody with actual power reads or cares about. So just know that when the government starts taxing your World of Warcraft in-game transactions or busting you for uploading copyrighted material to YouTube, a website, a blog entry, they're not going to save you. And it's not too late, folks. Get out there, register to vote. Please get involved. I implore you. Right now, let's go over to Olivia, who rules with a firm fascist grip.
Thanks, Kevin. Now, every day we are going to keep you guys up to date on the hottest new releases like games, music, gadgets, and all the stuff you care about. It is called The List, and we are kicking it off with tomorrow's biggest music releases. CBGBs might be gone, but punk rock is still alive, kicking and stage diving, thanks in part to old school punkers MXPX. They've got a new disc loaded with 12 B-sides and rarities. Now, if you guys like West Coast punk, this is a great album to start with. Download Breathe Deep. Up next, Screamo Emo Pop Punk. Call My Chemical Romance what you guys want, but there is no denying they write catchy tunes that really get the kids on the dance floor. NCR is one of my personal guilty pleasures. Now, you guys go and download Welcome to the Black Parade. Next up, break out the pacifiers and relive all of your favorite rave moments with the definitive collection of Moby's greatest hits. It is the perfect soundtrack to listen to while, reading his oft-updated blog and waiting for his double-disc Southland Tales score. Download Go and We Are All Made of Stars. Straight out of Omaha, indie rockers Bright Eyes' new album features 16 rarities that most fans probably haven't even heard of yet. Frontman Connor Oberst may be working on a country music-themed album for next year, but for now, download I Will Be Grateful for This Day. And finally, star of Hogan Knows Best and daughter of the Hulkster, Brooke Hogan is out to prove that, you guys, she's not just a spoiled daughter of an overprotective ex-wrestler. She can actually have her overproduced album, too. That's right, it is so overproduced, she actually sounds like she can sing. Download About Us for proof. That was today's list. For more info, just go on over to g4tv.com/AOTS. Now, still ahead in the feed, we will read you the Halo movie obituary and tell you if the reports of its death are an exaggeration. And we'll have the funniest moments from TV on Punchline. It is all coming up on TV's only source for all the stuff you care about.
Attack of the show. Attack.
Welcome back to Attack of the Show, TV's only source for all the stuff you care about. We are live and knocking on your door like Mr. Furley looking for rent. Come and knock. We're so far apart. Come closer.
Let's hang out. If comedy is your smack, then we've got your fix. It's time to get rough and funny, like Fatty Arbuckle with a Coke bottle. Here's the punchline. Sorry, by the way. Continue with the show.
First up, Jon Stewart reacted with some skepticism to the latest U.S. Census results, especially to the news of the 300 million baby born. Yeah.
Who's the 300 millionth baby?
Kia boy delivered by C-section just seconds before 7:46 a.m. Eastern in Atlanta.
Zoe Emil Hudson's parents have something to say about this.
They can't both be the 300th million. You know what I'm thinking? Baby Thunderdome!
Now that's a sport I'd watch on the old Ocho. I'd tune that in. Baby Thunderdome? Yeah!
But don't they already do that in China? True. And I think it's something that we would do on our show. Does it sound like it?
Can we do it?
Baby Thunderdome 06 Live!
Give them like razor blade rattlers and just let them go at it?
Well, we're gonna do Will and Zach fight to the death.
That's close enough.
That is close enough.
Put them in huggies.
Next up, Conan has the reoccurring bit where he looks at some of the really obscure cable channels.
Yes, of course they're fake, but they're always actually pretty funny, and I would probably watch them if they were real. Ones like this.
Jesus turning water into things other than wine channel.
Yeah, that was funny. You're laughing, but I gotta say, that guy has nothing on Office Jesus in looks or personality or talent, for that matter.
I didn't know you had a thing for the guy. That's pretty good.
Are you kidding me, Kevin? I love me some Office son of a man. Office son of a man.
Not just a man, by the way.
Son of the man.
Thank you.
I love me some Office son of the man.
Okay.
That's not, you know what I meant.
Okay. Finally, what better place is there to find weird TV than cable access? Or, it's old school YouTube, and if it features one of my favorites. This guy blew up on the internet. He was actually on Tyra, which I watch while I'm on the elliptical at the gym. It's called Paint and Exercise.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the live edition of Let's Paint, Exercise, and let's make blended drinks tonight, and we're taking your calls. Hello, caller number 25, where are you calling from? What's your name?
Hello, I'm calling from LA.
Hi, how you doing? What's your name?
I'm Joanna.
Hi, Joanna. Do you like to paint or exercise or make blended drinks?
I like to paint, I like to make juices, and I want to
there's something fun there, but I don't like that end part.
You haven't seen this guy yet?
No, I don't get it.
He literally, he wears a suit.
Paint, exercise, and blend drink.
Yeah. Jogs on the treadmill
why?
while painting a photo of somebody who's posing in front of them, blends drinks, and takes calls.
But why?
Because it's the greatest television ever. We strive to be that show.
I'll start running.
There you go.
Painting.
That's the punchline. Somebody get me a blender. We have Punchline for you every single Monday along with your local garbage collection, so make sure you sort your recyclables.
It's very important. Now stay with us. We are organizing a kickball game, and you just might be on the cool team. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Are you painting yet?
Will Master Chief ever make it to the big screen? Game Break's got the answer. And wouldn't this look great in your living room? Colbert's for sale on It Came From eBay.
I love you too, Kevin. Thanks. That was sweet.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, you did.
I didn't.
You said you loved me.
When you watch the camera, and my lips didn't even move.
But you said it before the camera came on.
Welcome back, folks. We are live and slowly wrapping around your body like a boa. Wow. Kevin Pereira.
That's snakes don't meow.
You're welcome for that.
Now, I'm Olivia Munn. Coming up later, we have the brand spanking new trailer for Marvel comic favorite Ghost Rider. Nicolas Cage and Eva Mendes star in this action thriller. Stay tuned.
Yes, but right now it's time for the only news that you need to know. We have it for you, folks, in the feed.
Thank you, guys. I'm Layla Cayley, and it's time to start the feed. Bad news for all you Halo fans. The movie has officially been put on hold. Universal and Fox decided to partner up for the video game adaptation, but two pairs of cold feet killed the project. There was concern about first-time director Neil Blomkamp handling such a costly project, and Peter Jackson and Microsoft were blamed for not renegotiating their expensive deals and putting more money back into the budget. Don't count Chief out yet. The project might respawn at another studio. It only took 3 decades, but Weird Al Yankovic finally has a top 10 album and a top 10 single. Straight Outta Linwood, the artist's 12th album, debuted at number 10 on the Billboard 200, and his Chamillionaire parody song, White and Nerdy, clocked in at number 9. While many artists claim that the internet is killing sales, Weird Al says that it's helped his music grow. His video for Nerdy is big on YouTube, the single is a huge seller on iTunes, and an unreleased track spoofing James Blunt is free on his website. The artist is also a big MySpace user. He has over 150,000 friends and personally approves each one. After numerous Muppet movies, another group of Jim Henson's puppets are finally getting their big break. Fraggle Rock, the award-winning TV show that ran for 5 seasons during the 80s, is being developed for the big screen by Ahmed Zappa. The film will feature all the characters from the series and will see them finally leave the rock and interact with the outside world. It looks like the Doozers finally get a break from work. And finally, the MPAA has enlisted a new army in the fight against piracy, the Boy Scouts. In conjunction with the film industry, Scouts are able to earn an activity badge for respecting copyrights. To get it, they can visit studios to see the harms of piracy or create PSAs to educate others. Since this is an activity badge and not one for merit, Scouts won't be able to advance for their efforts. Way to go, Boy Scouts. Well, that's all for today. You can now get the feed to go on your iPod. Visit the iTunes store or go to g4tv.com/podcast and click on iTunes Podcast to subscribe. Now, you've just been fed. Back to you.
Thanks, Layla. Now, we are down at Fraggle Rock and ready to sing the theme song.
Please don't. No, please
Down
don't.
Fraggle
Stay
Rock.
with us on TV's only source for
Down
all the stuff you care about. We actually can't afford it if you sing it.
Does Master Chief stand a fighting chance of getting his own movie? Find out on Game Break. And the ladies will love you in this. Expect the unexpected on It Came From eBay. The feed is brought to you by Tag Body Spray for Guys. Consider yourself warned.
Welcome back to Attack of the Show, TV's only source for all the stuff you care about. We are live and ready to start rescuing the princess. Let's go on over to Kevin.
All right, folks, it is time for the biggest stories in the world of gaming, so put down the NES controller, give the fingers a rest. It's time for a game break. Joining me today, as usual, to discuss the week in video games, expert and X-Play co-host Adam Sessler. You look dashing today, my friend.
Well, thank you so much.
Let's get into it. A lot of big stories lately. Here we go. Last week, Sony held a Gamers Day conference in San Francisco where a bunch of PlayStation 3 announcements were made, and co-chairman of SCEA, Jack Tretton, fessed up that in 2 million consoles by the end of the year, it was more of a projection, if you will, than a definite number. Adam, was your initial reaction shock and horror like it was in the blogging community? Or?
No, I was kind of expecting it. I don't know how far they're going to, they're expecting to fall short. They said they have production problems. There always are production problems with these things, but...
You always have a certain amount of failure rate when it comes to launching.
I think the biggest issue is not so much what's going to be there on the launch day, how fast can they keep restocking shelves? Because, I don't think I'm getting one on the launch day. I might like one by the end of the year, for tax purposes, that kind of thing.
Well, do you think we'll see what we did with the 360, where it might be the beginning of 07 until some people finally get their consoles? Do you think it'll be that bad?
Yeah. I mean, if you think about it, with the PS2, it wasn't until sometime in March that I really was able to walk into a store and say, I want that, and got it off the shelf.
Right.
So,
have you given up hope on getting a PS3 on launch day?
Yeah.
Wow.
Unless Sony's watching and wants to help me out.
I have Kaz on tape from Japan telling me he's going to send me one personally.
See, I don't even have that.
So, yeah. It's all right. I'll let you come over and play it.
Oh, thanks.
All right, let's talk about this launch list, because this was something people were going crazy over as well. At the event as well, they have an updated launch title list through the end of 2006. They announced it all, 21 titles. They range from third parties like, Sonic the Hedgehog, Call of Duty, and Ridge Racer 7. Only 3 first-party offerings, though, are on the included list. So here's a look at the entire list for 2006. We've got 21 of these bad boys here. The question is, are any of the launch titles better than anything we have or can get on the 360?
The only game that could be like that would be Resistance. Fall of Man,
right.
because it's coming from Insomniac. They are such good game makers.
Sure.
I love the Ratchet & Clank series, and it's using the elements I love the most about it, which is a wide variety of weapons that you can swap to at any moment in the game. Right. That has a lot of potential. It's a really strong game, though. I'm really stunned at the rest of the list. If you go back to the 360 launch, there was no real standout title. Call of Duty 2 was really good, but there was a nice variety of original stuff. You had Condemned, you had Cameo. Here, you get Genji and Resistance really as kind of the standout games you can't play any out.
Genji, also known as not God of War, I think is the working title for that game.
And the massive damage to the weak point game from the notorious E3 press conference.
Of course.
But then once again, having said that, you go back to the PS2 launch.
Oh, sure.
Where the singing game there was SSX. And this is still a better launch lineup than in years past for all different types of consoles.
All right, very quickly, we have to get to, finally, actually, we reported earlier in the show, we talked about the Halo movie being dead, or sort of dead-ish. Universal and Fox have pulled out of the deal after contract renegotiation offers to Jackson and Bungie were turned down. Meanwhile, pre-production on the film continues, and they're kind of hoping someone else is going to come along and pick this up, but what do you think? Is this a death knell for one of the hottest franchises?
I don't think it's a death knell. I mean, from everything that I've been reading, the studios are really worried about taking on these massively expensive projects. I mean, look at the last 2 summers. Like,
especially when 10% goes back to Microsoft. That's
exactly.
That's
I don't think Microsoft's making it very easy. Then you look at NBC Universal's troubles. They laid off 700 people and are telling their news talent they're going to have to take pay cuts. Right. They probably don't know if they really want to jump on board to a video game movie when you look at all the other video game movies in history, which suck. And some of them did slightly well, but not with this kind of a price tag.
Now, I mean, do you think that with this 10%, with the budget going out of control, do you think Microsoft's going to ease up a little bit and let go a little bit of the control of this film, or are they going to keep guarding it close until they get it made the way they want?
I think that because they have Peter Jackson on board, that it definitely is a selling point. I mean, let's go back and look at the Lord of the Rings. I mean, they went to the major studios who said, no, we want to pass on this, and then New Line comes along and actually gets the financing for it, and now they smoke $100 bills for breakfast.
It's better than Wheaties.
Yes, much better than Wheaties. That's the real champion's breakfast.
Thank you, Adam. One thing's for sure, folks, we are not getting 10% of any profits, but still we'll have a new game break for you every single Monday. I got to let Adam get back to Bully. He's in love.
Yes. Coming up, we'll tell you how to get a Borat swimsuit when we log online and show you the odd and the insane. Watch out, everyone. It came from eBay.
Welcome back, everyone, to a very live attack of the show. Now, listen up, all of you horror fans out there. I know there's a lot of them, because this Halloween, G4 is screening one of the most classic horror movies of all time. So join our hosts, Mark and Mike from American Movie, as they host Night of the Living Dead live from their lawn in Wisconsin.
Literally live from the lawn. And we've got a short clip from the special where Mark and Mike take a haunted tour of Milwaukee, traveling through the suburbs with Richard, a New York cabbie. Yes. And they're pointing out and critiquing locals' Halloween yard scenes. You guys have to check this out.
So, Richard, I guess we're going to take a little tour of Wisconsin here and see some interesting things, eh?
Oh, yeah. Get your suntan oil on.
If you will, look over here. Rest in peace. Ashes to ashes and dust to dust. Here lies someone I wouldn't trust. Now that sounds like a dark, complex story behind that.
Yeah.
We're going to ring the doorbell now and see what happens. Oh my God, this is not what I expected. A beautiful Halloween sight. Richard, listen, have a damn good week. You're a good man.
Gotta love the cabbie. There are going to be a ton of other surprises, including commentary from writer-director George Romero, an attempt by Mark and Mike, and this sounds really awesome, to produce the first ever live horror movie with help from Wisconsin locals.
That sounds really fun.
Just good, dipping in the local talent pool. And the TV debut of one of Mark's original short films, I Blow Up, and clips of Mark's latest project, Scare Me.
Scare Me. It is Night of the Living Dead live from Wisconsin. The fun begins live Halloween night at 8, and for more information, check out g4tv.com/Night of the Living Dead.
Now, if your girlfriend wonders where you got the coffee table built out of cow dung, just stand up straight, clear your throat, and proudly say, "It came from eBay!"
What's going on here?
First up, a special custom neon green swimsuit thong a la Borat. Yes, very
delicious.
Nice. Very nice. This one might be closed. The auction's done, but there are other auctions available like it. So, yes, you can walk on the beach and be more horrific than any crime scene I've seen.
Wow. Is that Borat or is that a mannequin?
It looks like a Ken doll.
I know. Wow. I actually have that picture of him at my desk.
Which
like
the
Borat green bikini.
Do you really? Was it the thumbs up? That one?
Maybe. I can't.
I hope this doesn't become trendy.
I don't really look at the thumbs up. I just go for that.
Here.
Well, it's like what the arrow points to. The green arrow points to.
Yes, leading lines.
So you can actually buy that, or can you?
$19.99. It one bid. Auction's closed. But again, there's auctions for other ones like it, so maybe there's other colors for you.
Do you get the sexy mannequin too?
You do not include it, but I'll model it for you if you send it to me. I seriously will.
Really?
Yeah, why not?
I can find one.
I don't have anything
Let's
to
get that live on air. Kevin wears a green bikini. Live 06?
And flip-flops.
And flip-flops.
Real men wear flip-flops, I'm just saying. Moving on.
They're mandals. Sandals for men. For all you Stephen Colbert fans out there, we've got an exclusive portrait of the man himself.
We bought it?
Yes. No.
But we're talking about it.
We have it for them to see. In honor of the first anniversary of the show, Colbert is auctioning off this portrait from the set. You know what? It's over the fireplace. He goes over there and does his little thing. It shows Colbert posing in front of another portrait of himself and will be replaced with a portrait depicting him in front of a previous portrait, in front of another portrait, in front of... Oh, I'm getting dizzy. What am I saying? Where am I at?
It's just a recursive thing. Don't worry about it. It's
cool.
But
he's in front of a picture.
It's for charity, too, which is good. What's it going for?
It's $12,000. 47 bids, and that's right, 100%. They're going to save the children.
Really?
There's
They're
children.
just going to buy a whole bunch of them and feed them, or what are they doing?
I don't know. Maybe he'll move to Namibia or something.
Pay for more Madonna adoptions, or what's going on? All right. And since Halloween is next week, we've got an antique wooden tricycle that is possessed.
What?
Ooh,
How's it possessed?
It might be. It's probably not.
Well,
but,
how would you know?
Well, the seller says it is.
All
the
they
bike,
do is say it.
Listen, the haunted bike was found in the seller's attic, just rolling around by itself.
Ooh,
right?
Scary.
So if you're an antique buff or a huge sucker, this is the tricycle for you. $330.
Wow.
Apparently there's 9 morons out there who really want the haunted tricycle. So
that's amazing.
There you go.
It rolls by itself. Oh, freaky.
I saw you shit.
Oh, damn it. And no Halloween is complete without a couple of spells, right?
Right.
Right. Well, we found a listing for a bag of spells from, get this, 121 years ago.
How about that? I didn't know they had bags back then.
Well, you know what? They did have bags. Guess what? Some lady's great-grandmother was a witch, believe it or not. She left bags of spells when she died, and now the seller is hawking them on eBay for $9 each. Did you know that?
An entire bag or $9 a spell?
No, I believe it's $9 a spell.
So you get your magic a la carte. That's
well,
nice.
Yeah, you get you can have a spell for attracting a wealthy mate.
It's called a treadmill.
Okay, one for winning a court case and one for getting money from scratch lottery tickets. Now, you know, call me crazy, but that last one, it takes a lot. It sounds sketchy. I mean, it's hard to win the lottery. Trust me.
And a spell couldn't rig that.
The odds of winning the lottery are, I'm sorry, no spell. But
they're huge.
Yeah, winning a court case, that's what I'm going to use.
$9 a spell?
$9 a spell.
How many bids? How many people bought in on this?
0.
Okay, so there's hope in this world.
Yeah, they're $9 a bid, and so if you guys have anything you want to do, just go go buy a spell.
All right, done.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Scams, scary swimwear, and spells. You guys always expect the unexpected when
Take it, go.
It came from Eden!
Yeah.
Oh, like that.
Classic.
Still coming up, Johnny Blaze is making his big screen debut. We've got the brand new Ghost Rider trailer.
Look, it's
ready to
moving.
set your TV on fire when TV's the only source for all the stuff you care
saw me
about.
push it. I mean, you saw me physically push it.
If you haven't been watching Attack of the Show, this is what you're missing. For more info, go to g4tv.com/AOTS.
Attack of the Show. Attack.
Welcome back to TV's only source for all the stuff you care about.
We are live from the G4 studios in Los Angeles. Did that seem like live?
It's like jazz hands are mandatory when you say live.
Yep, 100 guys working here, 10 girls kissed between them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of sad. You? How many girls you kiss?
I don't kiss and tell, sweetheart. I kiss and post it on my moblog. Coming up tomorrow, we're going to look at Luchadors and Severed Ears with Chris Gore and an all-new DVD Tuesday, and check out the discs for Nacho Libre and the new Reservoir Dogs Anniversary Edition.
And what do you do when you want the dirty business more often than your lady friend?
What do you do?
We'll tell you in an all-new In Your Pants. And coming up Wednesday, it is time to count the votes that really matter. Who is the hottest MySpace girl of the week?
Yeah. Now, any idiot knows by now that Marvel Comics, they translate well to the screen. Billions of dollars later, they keep pumping out the movies. And now Ghost Rider is next up. How well does Nicolas Cage pull off Johnny Blaze? It's time to find out.
You deserve a second chance.
Blackheart's coming to create hell on Earth, and you have the power he needs.
Stay away from anybody he can use against him. Roxanne.
Don't you care about me at all?
You have to leave now.
I'm not going anywhere.
Any man who sells his soul for love has the power to change the world.
I can smell your fear. I'm gonna take this curse and use it against you.
We had this red shopper. It was all flames and stuff. His face was a skull, and it was on fire.
On fire?
Like...
Looking for someone.
I'm the only one who can walk in both worlds. I'm Ghost Rider.
Fire. Now for all the things you saw today and more, go to G4TV.com.